No, of course I don't want to do this. You know how much extra work this will entail? Fine, whatever. Let's just get this over with. We should probably let them know what's going on. So, hey guys, it's Alex. Our producers have decided that it's time to give our listeners a peek into how Dean and I feel about episodes we create. So throughout this episode, we will provide you with special behind-the-microphone information and our reactions to what we're talking about. Now, because this is a podcast, we need a way to signal which bits are the show and which are our asides. So every time you hear this sound, we will be interjecting with our asides. Hopefully this won't be too confusing. Let's get started.
A lot of people are shocked when they find out that Alex and I are not recording this in the same room. They want to know exactly how we do it. Well, there actually is quite an extensive process involved. We each record our own audio and then edit it together later. So this involves a countdown at the beginning and at the end, which can become a little tricky to make sure our audio tracks are exactly the same length. The beginning one goes like this. 1, 2, 3, go. The end one is a little different, and it took us a couple tries to nail down, but it goes 1, 2, 3, stop. Hey, Alex, do you have an IHOP around where you live?
An IHOP?
An
yes.
International House of Pancakes?
Yes. Well, I mean, there's nothing really around where I live.
Right, yeah.
So, like, relative to where I'm at,
like,
it's decently close compared to
like
other places.
10, 15 minutes away, maybe?
No, you're driving
okay.
probably like 25, 30 minutes or so to an IHOP. And that's to like one that I know of. There might be other ones.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we just got one in Winnipeg, the city I work. We just got one. Yeah, I think it might have been. I don't really know. I think it's an American thing.
It's international.
It
True, says it right in the name.
It's okay. So it's international, but like in Winnipeg, we just got one.
Before he gets too far into this story, I just want to let everyone know that I had this amazing intro planned. It was pretty awesome, and then right before we are about to record, Dean vetoes it, and apparently he vetoed it to talk about IHOP. So, yay.
A fan of the show, Carl. You know Carl.
I do know.
Me and him go out for lunch every now and then because he works like a block away from me.
Okay.
So we decided we'd try out IHOP. And so he calls we're going to go at lunch, and he calls at 9 a.m, and he asks if we can get a reservation. And the woman tells him that they don't do reservations.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
reservations. Nobody does reservations.
Yeah,
nobody does reservations anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, no. But she says we do have this call ahead thing where you can call 30 minutes before you're going to come and just kind of let us know you're coming. And so he said, oh, okay. So I'll call back.
Do they do anything special to prepare for it? Or are you just like announcing your arrival ahead of time?
Yeah, I think it's just like, hey guys, there's going to be people coming.
And they're like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, good to know. Good to know that Carl's coming. So he asks. Weird. Now he's on the phone at 9 a.m, right? So he asks, okay, do I have to call back at 11:30 then? Because we're going to come at noon. And she says, noon? Oh, no, okay. Your name? And so he says, Carl. And how many people? 2. Okay, that's good. Okay, do you want me to call back at 11:30 before? No, we got you.
Do not tell me all that buildup was just to talk about reservations.
Okay, so he just like hangs up the phone. He's like, okay, I guess. And he texts me and he's like, okay, we don't have reservations, but she took my name and how many people. So we'll just see.
That sounds an awful lot like a reservation.
I texted back, I don't think she knows what reservations mean. So we show up and it is packed. Like there's a giant waiting room and all the seats are full and there's people standing everywhere. We have to do like the shuffle through the people to get to the front. And we get up to the front and he says, it's Carl. I did the call ahead. And the woman says, oh, yeah, Carl, right this way. Right into the middle of the restaurant, the only empty table in the whole restaurant.
Okay.
I mean, that's like the best reservation I've ever had.
That's the best non-reservation ever.
This is the best no reservation. Yeah, exactly. It was like I've had a reservation somewhere and shown up and they'll be like, okay, it'll just be 5 minutes. We're just getting your table ready. Like this was better than that.
Okay, there's a couple of things here that strike me as odd. First one, of course, the whole reservation, non-reservation thing.
Yeah.
Because that's that's a reservation if I ever, knew what a reservation was. And I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure I know what a reservation
I
is.
think that's the definition of reservation.
Right. Now, so that's the first thing that strikes me as kind of off with your story, but, let's set that aside.
Okay.
The other thing is that, and you said you went at noon, right? That's
Yes.
the time of the reservation or call ahead?
Yes, that was the time of the call ahead, yeah.
Okay. And they were packed. Maybe because it's new. I don't know if I've ever seen an IHOP packed at noon.
Yeah.
Usually there's a couple of cars in the parking lot at like 3 a.m. because people are coming from parties and stuff.
Need
That's
some pancakes.
The whole reason IHOP exists.
Yeah.
I think I've been there once for breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's because it's new and it's in we just got a outlet mall and it's right next to it.
Like you just got an outlet mall or like
a new one,
another outlet mall.
Yeah. It's our first outlet mall.
Okay, but it's Winnipeg. So Winnipeg's a city, like big city.
They got tons of malls, but it's like the first one that's like outlet mall. Like all the year-old line of clothing and stuff.
I'm familiar with an outlet mall.
Okay, yeah, we don't have one. This is the first time.
Oh boy, first first
Yeah.
outlet mall.
Yeah, so that I think that's why it's
like the last Star Wars movie yet.
No, don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about the one that comes out for us next month. I'm talking about the last.
Revenge of the Sith, or
you're still working on that one?
Yeah, that one just came out a few months ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it was terrible.
The Revenge of the Sith or the food at IHOP?
Yeah. Oh no. The food was actually okay. I mean, it was nothing special. Okay. I played along with Alex's Star Wars joke there, but I didn't appreciate it at all. Who does he think he is, just making fun of Winnipeg? Doesn't he realize he is alienating 95% of our audience? This coming from the guy who just said he needs to drive 30 minutes to get to an IHOP, and he takes a big city shot at Winnipeg. So, I took a shot at Star Wars because I knew it'd piss him off.
Right, I mean, it's like a Denny's, or... Do you guys have Denny's?
Well, we have Smitty's. We went there, you went there.
Okay.
It's kind of like the same thing.
Okay, is Smitty's a chain?
Yeah, they're like cousins. Like Denny and Smitty are cousins.
Smitty? Okay.
Yeah.
I actually... Speaking of Smitty's, though, I liked Smitty's. Smitty's
was good, right?
Damn cool. Also, the waitress that we had, shout out to the waitress at Smitty's who was working the night of September 29th.
She's most definitely listening.
Yeah. You were pretty awesome. I felt so bad because the food came down and I had to go get her. I'm like, hey, we gotta go. And I'm like, it's not because of you or the food, but we just gotta go.
Yeah. I don't know what Alex is talking about here. We went to Smitty's the day after the wedding. The day before the wedding, he went to Twister's. So I think he just shouted out to the wrong waitress.
Yeah, I know I shouted out to the wrong waitress. Okay, so it's nothing. IHOP, it's nothing special, but I guess because it's a new place, you want to go check it out.
Yeah.
Huh.
And we had the best reservations.
Yeah, well, the best call ahead.
The best call ahead. I mean, these other restaurants got to start this call ahead thing.
Yeah, because honestly, like you said, normally when you have a reservation, you come in, you're like, oh, reservation for, and then you give your name, and like, okay, it'll be just a minute.
Exactly, but call aheads seat you immediately.
Yeah, they were prepared for that.
Yeah, it was great. I like their vision. More IHOP, not about reservations. We're about call aheads.
Call aheads. So while you guys are just now getting things, you have a better system worked out for improving upon reservations.
Exactly.
With the call ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, IHOP's not very good, but
it's also not very bad.
It's not very bad. It's the perfect food where if you're out, like I said, at like 3 a.m. and you're like, oh, we're really hungry.
Yeah. You're like, I could really go for a red velvet pancake.
I don't think I'll ever say that in my entire life.
But if you ever wanted that, there's no other place you can get it.
Chicken and waffles?
Chicken and waffles, yeah.
Oh, I love chicken and waffles. Come on, people.
I like it too. They have that at a lot of places here.
Do they?
Yeah, I have it at the Jets game sometimes. Our NHL hockey team, they got a pretty good one there. It's called the Hercules.
Like, why? Why do they have it?
Why did they have it?
I mean, chicken and waffles is delicious, but to eat, I wouldn't consider that like a stadium food.
Yeah, but it's like in like
it on
burger
a stick?
form. No, it's in like burger form. Like the waffles are like the bun and the chicken's in the middle.
Okay, okay, I can see this.
Yeah,
I
it's
was thinking,
good.
Like there's a plate and you got your fork and your knife.
Right? No.
And
No,
someone,
they stack
scores
it.
a goal and you jump up and scream and there goes your food everywhere.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah, chicken and waffles all over the floor.
Yeah, we're in like
they had to hire like 50 more people when they added the chicken and waffles platter at the stadium.
Yeah.
Just to clean up after the games.
Oh, and like we're in the first row of the upper deck, so it's not all over the floor, it's all over the people below you.
Right. And the people who are like right up against the like right up to the glass, it's just smeared all over it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big mess.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's a chicken and waffle sandwich.
Yeah.
I would eat that.
It's delicious. It's got some sort of special sauce in it too. I don't know what it is, but it's good.
That gets my approval, and I've never even eaten it. Just by description alone.
If you ever come back to Manitoba, maybe the Jets will be playing that night, and I will take you to a game, and we can have chicken and waffles.
All right. It's 11 minutes in, and we're talking about chicken and waffles. I think it's time to get this thing started. Welcome to the First Last podcast with Alex and Dean. I'm Alex.
I'm Dean.
He's Dean. Tonight was a Dean pick. I didn't mean that sigh ahead of time, by the way. Like, it just happened that I breathed.
He meant that sigh. I have just about had it with this whole Dean's pick thing. You know what isn't hard to do? Picking a TV show from the top 10 best shows ever list. Oh, shocker, we gave the best show of all time a good rating. Stop acting like you wrote the show, man. You looked at a list and you picked the first thing on it. Let me guess what Alex's next pick's going to be. Breaking Bad? Or The Wire? Maybe next time try picking a show that hasn't been nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, that wasn't a sigh. That really wasn't. I did not mean for that to sound like that.
That sigh always happens, though. So there's a point in time where you can't just say, "Oh, I didn't mean to do it." It's like when you say something like sarcastically to someone in an insult, and you're like, "Just kidding." There's a little bit of truth there.
Yeah, I meant it. Okay, I don't think I meant to do it though. I think the sigh is just subconscious at this point. Maybe I won't say like I didn't mean it. But I didn't mean to do it.
You didn't mean to do it, but you mean the sigh.
I mean, hey, we met right in the middle. Come on.
Yeah.
Tonight,
we always do.
Yes. Tonight was a Dean pick. I had never even heard of this before you told me about it. You said the people of Canada told you about it.
The people of Canada, yeah. So
because
the people
they all
of Canada
agree on shows in Canada.
Yeah, the people of Canada were the pickers of the last show, right. which was ER, and it was fantastic. So I went to the people of Canada again.
I don't think anyone fully appreciates just how much effort goes into gathering the opinions of everyone in Canada. The logistics are indescribable, but we do it because we care.
To try to get the next show. And it was this one, which is actually a reality show, and it's called Terrace House.
Our first reality show.
Yeah, our first reality show. And I found out after sort of picking it that it was a show in Japan before it was a Netflix show. Right. And then there's more than one sort of, I guess, Terrace House based show out there. But we just focused on the first one to come out onto Netflix, which is called Terrace House, Boys and Girls in the City. In the City,
yes. I'm glad that I was kind of nervous because there's so many different ones. I'm like, boy, I hope we watch the same one.
Yeah, me too. I went over like all of them and I was like, okay, I don't think there's any way we'll mess this up because it is the one on Netflix.
Although, to be perfectly honest, we could have watched two separate versions of this show, and I don't think it would have mattered.
It would not have mattered. I feel like we could
maybe just
talk about it right. Yeah, we could talk about it right now, and you could have watched a totally different one, and we'd still not know.
No, we could hold the whole rest of the episode.
I think so. Yeah,
we'd have no clue.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of this is just like what was it? Real World. I never watched.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I don't watch reality TV.
I
just
yeah.
don't.
I
unless it's like on HGTV and it's like a house show. Is that
Right,
reality
okay.
though?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. I don't watch any of the like drama heavy shows. Like things don't get too crazy on House Hunters. I hear you guys judging me about that HGTV comment. You know what? I also watch Catfish. Come at me. All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So this was, my wife watches some of those shows. Like she'll watch a lot of MTV stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I see it in passing.
Yeah.
But that's about it. So
Yeah. I don't watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of it. I do watch Survivor. I like Survivor a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I hate
yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah. Well.
But I do remember you liking Survivor, so
Yeah.
makes sense that I hate it.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Another Dean show for you there.
Hey, did you know that the opening theme for Terrace House was by Taylor Swift? Only in Japan. Outside of Japan,
Really?
It's the other, the slow down song that
Yeah.
they play. Otherwise, it's a Taylor Swift song. Thanks, Wikipedia.
Interesting.
Yeah, little factoid
So,
there.
Give us the lowdown of what Terrace House is, because I'm not sure I could.
Okay. Like we said, they always make sure to say an unscripted TV show.
Yeah. And which I believe.
Oh yeah. No, this is
Yeah,
definitely
okay, I
not
just want-
scripted. This
yeah.
is not interesting enough to be scripted.
Right. Yeah. There's not enough going on for it to be scripted. Okay,
Right.
continue.
So you have 3 guys and 3 girls who move into this house in Tokyo together. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful house. The greatest
Yeah.
part of the show, really, is looking at this house. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is nice. Yes.
They got that pool out back.
Yeah. It's and the rooms and like the bathroom.
Everything is just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so modern. It's just great.
Yeah.
But you get you get all 6 of these people together. They don't know each other from outside. This is the first time they meet, and they're going to spend an X amount of time together in the house. The reason I say X amount of time is because they leave at different times in the show. They don't.
So what do you know? What dictates them leave? I couldn't pick up why
It's
they
when
they
want-
leave.
I'm pretty sure it's when they want to.
When they want to leave, they leave.
Right. Because
Okay.
by the time we get to the last episode, no one from the first episode is still there.
No, but then there's also this moment where some people come into the house, and it's like some of them recognize them and some of them don't know them.
Right. So
So
people
it's
are
like, yeah.
coming and going the whole time. I think this whole thing lasts for like probably less than that. I think it lasts for like a year or so.
Okay, the one guy at the end was saying he had been there for 10
10
months.
months.
The guy who lived in Hawaii also.
Arman.
Yeah.
That's the only name I'm going to be able to give you the whole time. Martha
That was
might have been
that was
another.
solid. I don't have any names. I just have like the occupations of the first 6.
I got really into this.
Yeah. You loved it.
So that's the whole premise. Now they're still doing like things that they like work or going to school because they didn't just like quit their lives just to do
Right.
this.
They're allowed to okay, so this is also where it's a little confusing because it's a reality show, right? But there's nothing for them to do in the house. They just live in the house.
Right.
So they're allowed to go to work. They just have to come back to the house.
Yep. That's
Okay, yeah.
They grab their key that says Terrace House.
Yeah, that bowl of keys, man, that was nice. I like that bowl
I
of
had
keys.
one of those keys.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I'd want to be on the show though.
I just want a bowl of keys.
Just a bowl of keys.
Like a bowl of single keys.
I would like.
Yeah, and just grab one on my way out and
And they all work for your house. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah, for
doesn't
sure, yeah.
matter. They
Yeah.
all look different, but they all work.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the premise. That's about it. They don't have any I think some of the shows they do contests and things like that. Sarah watches one called
Big Brother.
Nope. Are You the One? Is the name of
Interesting.
it. And it's where these people have to figure out who they're supposed to be matched up with in the house. Okay. So like that show has like a theme that they're going for. This doesn't. These people are just living.
Yeah, it's just like, this is just, well, it happened to be that they were all single in the, I think in the first episode, and probably, they're always, I think the only qualifications to be on the show is you have to be single and you have to be good looking.
Right, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so they were all single, they're all on the show, so they were all kind of thinking who they're going to pair up with, but it's not what the show's purpose is.
No.
Although, by watching the last episode, I feel like that is what the show's purpose is, but maybe the people going on the show, that's what the purpose is for them, but...
Yeah.
It's not like you get any points if you fall in love.
Right, the one guy in the first episode makes it clear that he's there to find a girlfriend.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
They were very forward.
That guy, they were... I love their conversations.
Yeah, I just don't feel... Okay, so the conversation that they had the first night... First of all, the guy... I'm surprised that the girls didn't, like, put them in their place for it. I guess it's a very different culture, too.
They were just calling them out to cook constantly.
Right. They're like, we're so hungry. The guys are like, we're so hungry. Yeah. Ladies, make food. Like,
and then like
expecting it to happen.
And then like, okay, so the hairdresser guy who's like who makes it known that he's out looking for a girl. So he's on the couch alone with the med student girl, and so he asks her, like, he likes her, and he asks her if she lives alone, and she says yeah, she lives alone. He's like, oh, so do you like cook a specialty? And she's like, oh yeah, I do. He's like, okay, can you cook it for me?
Right.
Like, that's him like trying to talk with her and like put on his moves, and he just like demands that she cooks for him because he's hungry.
And really, I mean, they didn't make that, but they ended up making food. So
it seemed to be delicious.
Yeah, it looked good to me.
It looked great, and everyone was liking it.
Yeah. Now, do they use their own money? Because when they went out shopping for the food, they said this is going to be an expensive dinner. And they're like, it's the first night, whatever. You know?
The baseball player guy is like, oh, whatever, it's the first night. I don't know. I think maybe they get an allowance.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not
sure, because they're trying to find, like, jobs and things like that.
Okay, that's true. You know what? Okay, so I know only a few things about what this show is. And the one constant from the first and the last episode is that panel of people that talks about the show.
Right.
And that panel of people in the first and in the last says, we give them a house, we give them a car. That's it. So I don't think they get money. I think they have to use their own money.
Nah, everything else is up to them.
Yeah, I think they just get the house and the car.
Right. So I've been talking a lot here. What did you think, like... It's so weird because this is our first reality show, so there's not really like a plot, and we've already said that the people who are in the first episode are not in the last episode. So there's no like progression here.
And like especially
first and last.
Especially for this, like, okay, so all of a sudden, or right away, I'm going to say that reality shows are not good for first and last. And
I don't know. Maybe just not this reality show.
Well, just think about it though. If we did a first and last of like Survivor.
This guy's infatuated with Survivor.
It's not first and last of the season. It's first and last of Survivor.
I don't watch reality shows. I don't know
Anyways,
what I'm talking about.
So already probably not that good. This one, especially because there's nothing driving it, right? Like,
right.
There's at least in other reality shows, it's like there's a reason for people to be there and like some sort of competition. So there's none of that in this. Like I said, the only thing that's constant is that panel of people who just stops in the middle of the show and starts talking about it.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I thought that they're basically me. They're basically the people watching.
Right.
You just like, it's you and your friends watching it. You just stop it and
cattier.
they're very catty. And like, just like the amount that they care about what they're saying, it just, to me, is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just stop and talk about, like, the most... Like nothing happens in these episodes. No. And they just stop and talk about the nothing that happened. It's really funny. And they're actually pretty funny people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, you know what? Let's hit the brakes for a second here, because we keep saying there's nothing going on. like it's a bad thing. And
it's a great thing.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the things that I like is there's not these contests set up. They're not driving them towards something. These are people just living. This felt like a very artful version of a reality show.
Totally. Yeah, it's like it kind of flips it on its head where other reality shows bring everyone together and like
it's all about the drama.
It's all about the drama because it's all about like, okay, I need this person to help me, but I need to backstab them later. Like everything's like that, right? So there's none of that. It's just these people just living, and I found it very, very interesting to just watch them and watch them be like regular people. It's all about the drama. I like to think our podcast is the Terrace House of podcasts. While other podcasts are focused on the drama between the co-hosts, I think here at First Last, we let the material do the talking and keep the drama out of it. I mean, Alex is sometimes grumpy, bossy, and controlling, sure, but like, who isn't?
He said that? Oh. No, it's okay. I'm fine. It's okay. Yeah, let's just keep going. Yeah, because it was a glimpse into just someone living, and that's kind of cool. And they're people who are there were some right around my age, little younger than you, Dean.
Yeah, a little younger than me.
Being older.
There were some that were close to my age though.
Yes. So it was just kind of neat to see how they reacted, and just thought, for me, how would I react in that same situation?
Oh yeah. That's the thing, yeah. Because you can tell like the uncomfortableness, like with them right from the get go.
Right.
Like in other reality shows, I don't like. I feel like these people are just like veterans right away. They're just like, oh, like I know how to play this game. I know what to do. Like they already have a strategy. These people don't even know what they're in for, right? They just come and they sit down and they're all nervous and they're trying to talk to each other, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
I liked it. Yeah,
none of them had any idea what to expect because they weren't really expecting anything of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was kind of neat in that way.
Yeah, actually. It was neat. I was watching it at Starbucks today, and after the like first episode ended, I was like so into it. I had gotten so into these 6 people in the house that I actually fired up the next one and then realized what I was doing. Like I realized what I was there for. And so then I closed it down and I was like, oh yeah. And so I flipped over to the last one, which made me instantly upset because none of them were there. So I was like, I don't care about these people.
Yeah.
But then probably by like 2 minutes in, I cared about a couple of them.
A couple of them. I would say the first episode is stronger than the last episode. I said I'm fine, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Let's just finish this and go home.
Yeah, because we meet the people in the first episode, right? The people in the last episode, we never got to meet them. They're just already in their groove.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we really met them, though, because it's not like there weren't the asides where they had like, let me tell you about my history, and they go into a bunch of stuff that you really don't care about.
Yeah, it's different. It's different than any other reality show I've seen where they have those like I think because those other ones are games, right? So you're like in the game, you're putting on your one face, but then the camera wants to see what you're really like.
Yeah, because those are contestants.
Yeah, these are just people living.
Yeah. I would say the show for me started off stronger than it ended.
Yeah, me too.
The people were more interesting to me.
Yeah.
At the beginning, by the end, it felt more like a dating show.
Well, that's because they were all dating,
right?
Like 2 of them, so I guess 4 of them, like 2 couples were dating, and then there was 2 people who weren't dating, but like the guy wanted to date the girl, and the guy was like 29 and the girl was 18.
Yeah.
Like when it put up what she does, it was like a senior in high school. It's like, hey, 29-year-old guy, like just chill.
Down
I know she's the only girl left in the house, but like just relax. And yeah, he set up this he's a chef and he set up a little date for for her to come meet him, and she didn't go.
No,
and
he was heartbroken. He had done something wrong.
Oh, he had done bad things because she couldn't trust him.
Nope.
So
we don't know what he did.
We don't know what, but it was bad. Yeah.
So there was she had to decide whether to go to the restaurant and at least talk to him.
Yeah.
That was the thing, or not to show up at all, and she didn't show up.
No, and then I like that because
good on her, actually.
Yeah, she goes back to the house. And like everyone's at the table, and she goes back to except for the guy because the guy's at the restaurant. Right. She goes back to the house and she's like, "I didn't go to the restaurant." And then one of the other girls is like, "Oh, you should text him and tell him she's not coming." I just thought that was funny. And the girl's like, "I already did. Don't worry." Yeah. Like he's just sitting there waiting in the restaurant. It was so sad.
But it sounded like he deserved it.
Yeah, and also like. He's 29.
Yeah.
And she's 18. So, like, I know that's fine, but, like, maybe just wait till she, like, is out of high school.
Her mom was all for it, though.
Was her mom all for it?
Yeah, her mom.
Oh, that was her mom. Okay, yeah.
Her mom wanted her to get out dating.
Yeah, her mom wanted her to get out dating other people, I think. I think her mom's like, you know what, you should be dating lots of people.
I thought that they had mentioned something about her mom wanting her to give him a chance. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
Either way, she doesn't go to the restaurant.
Well, something that we haven't said is that this is all subtitled. Everyone's speaking Japanese. It's in Japan.
Right.
So it's sometimes easy to miss some stuff. Because you got to read all. I did for a second when it started because it was so awkward. Like because the people were so awkward right off the bat because they don't know what to expect. I was thinking like, is this what they're actually saying, or is this one of those shows that just subtitles it with funny stuff? Like I didn't know, but like
everything was so awkward at the beginning.
Everything was so awkward at the beginning. I was like, I think they're just subtitling it with whatever, like to make it funny.
Right.
But they weren't. That was just it's real. It's just it's reality TV.
That would be probably how I would interact with people that I'd never met before.
Oh yeah, totally. And like the first guy in the house, he was just like sweating like crazy, like he just had the big pit stains going, and it was so fun.
Guy calls him out for it.
The one guy calls him out, and then they go back to the panel of people, and the panel of people are discussing it, and the one guy's like, "Oh, that guy's pit stains," and then the women on the panel were like, "That doesn't bug us. Like, what do you like? That doesn't matter."
Yeah.
So it was just it was funny. It was funny that one guy called him out. He's like, "Hey man, that color of shirt, it really shows."
Yeah. Now, okay, let's get to Hero and Zero. This is going to be really hard.
I don't even know. I haven't picked anything, but
let me give.
You go. Yeah.
I can only base it. I'm gonna be honest here. I accidentally watched episode 18 because I thought it was the last episode.
Because you picked the first and then you scrolled to the bottom and that was the one that was, but you had to go to season 2.
Yeah. I didn't know that there was a second season. Yeah. I thought it was just 18 episodes. So that's on me.
So you got some good stuff in there.
Yeah. There's stuff I know about some of these, I almost call them characters.
Yeah. People. I think they're people.
Yeah. Some of these people that would make me, maybe change my Hero and Zero.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just going to go off of the first and the last because that's what we do. The whole premise here is that we should be able to watch the first episode and the last episode and know what's going on. That makes a good show. We don't need the middle bits.
Yeah.
So my Zero, I'm going to make the chef guy. Him being older and it kind of being creepy. And he did something. I don't know what he did, but he did something.
I'm just going to straight up jump on that as well. That's who I was going to pick for Zero as well. Yeah.
I'll scoot over. You come up here with me. I always like when we had the same Hero as Zero. Makes me feel like our minds are just linked up somehow. I think it comes with being such good friends.
I'll come up. Yeah, there's room for both of us here. I'm also going to go with Chef.
Okay, now give me your hero.
Okay, my hero is going to be a baseball player from the first episode.
That was mine.
No way. We have different reasons, though.
Okay, let's.
Of course, Alex picks the same hero as me. That guy's always riding my coattails for the answers.
Wait, he said what? I want to hear your reasons.
My reason is because when they sat down for their first dinner, he crushed a beer so fast.
He downed it.
He downed it. He just they cheers and then he chugged the whole glass of beer, and that was impressive.
I remember.
Plus, he's a baseball player.
Dang, he's thirsty.
Yeah, he was very, very thirsty, and then he went to the fridge and got another, and they all made fun of him for it.
And he's a pitcher. And
yeah, he's a pitcher.
Pitcher's elbow or something like that.
No, was it pitcher's elbow? Yeah, I think it was baseball elbow.
Yeah, where he can't extend his arm all the way.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
I know. I've heard of tennis elbow, which I've never heard of baseball
different.
elbow. Yeah. I like that guy. He was the pit stain guy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I liked him is because he went with the girls to go grocery shop. He drove.
Good one.
He drove them. He went with them. He wasn't like the other guys who stayed back and were wanting everything to be done for them.
Yeah, he did lose a rock paper scissors to go there, but he did still go. Right. So
right.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Also,
that's a good
when
pick.
Determining where they were going to sleep, he was the easiest one.
He was easygoing for sure.
I'm just gonna sleep somewhere because the other guys, one specifically, the
tall guy, the hairdresser.
The hairdresser.
He's weird.
He needed to have that top bunk. But then when he got up there, he realized he was too tall and he'd be hitting his head. He's like, "Can I switch?" You had to have the top bunk.
What was his first reasoning for taking the top bunk is because he's tall?
Yes. Yeah, I heard that. I'm like, no.
That's not a reason.
I don't go to the top bunk. There's a reason we don't go to the top bunk.
And then as soon as he gets up there, he's like, I just realized I'm going to hit my head on the roof. It's like, because you're tall.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely wasn't my hero. But the baseball kid...
he seemed cool.
Yeah. I liked him.
I liked him.
I would say I didn't know as much about the girls as I did the boys.
True. Yeah.
From that first episode, I knew more about the boys than I did the girls.
Yeah, I would say the same. You could definitely tell. I like the baseball player. Hairdresser is kind of weird. He brought a sewing machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great that you know how to sew, but bringing a sewing machine was, I feel like, just a reason for you to bring up that you know how to sew.
Right.
I don't think you need that.
I never saw him crack it out.
No, exactly. He never cracked. He wasn't making clothes.
The next day and was sewing. I'm like, okay, that makes sense for him to have this.
Exactly. Yeah, he just does it. He has to do it right away. That would have made sense.
He didn't. Massive sewing machine as a conversation starter.
Yeah.
That's a sewing machine is not an icebreaker. It doesn't work like that.
This is also the guy who said that he's there to find a girlfriend. So
yeah.
He was a little strange.
He was my least favorite of the guys.
Yeah, I liked when he was on screen though because it was just so cringy.
Yeah.
But he was my least favorite of the guys. I think I was too hard on that sewing machine. I was just really upset that I myself can't sew. Since the recording of this episode, I've faced my insecurities about sewing, and I'm a better person for it. So good on that guy for bringing a sewing machine.
So let's do ratings because I'm pretty sure I know what.
Let's just do if you would watch more.
Well, I was gonna say I think I know both of our would you watch more.
Okay, then let's do ratings.
Okay. You go first. This what's tough with this one is it's not a good first last.
No, it's not a good first last. The old way we used to rate this show, we used to rate the first episode, the last episode, and average it out. Right. Stupid way to rate it.
That's when we weren't true to ourselves.
Yeah, so that out the door, it would have got a decent mark on that one. Because I enjoyed watching this show, but first last wise, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not a good first last at all. I would not recommend first lasting this show ever to anybody. I'd give it a 2 first lasting. The only reason it doesn't get a 1 is because I enjoyed watching it.
Okay. Actually, I gave it a 3. This is one of the few times.
Whoa!
I think this is the only time I gave a Dean show a higher pick than Dean. I know you guys want me to say something, but I don't think I really have it in me anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It's amazing.
It gets a 3 from me because, yes, it is a horrible first last.
It's terrible.
But,
everybody's different, and I don't even really know how the show works.
Right. But like we said at the beginning, we could have watched 2 different versions of the show, and it really wouldn't have even mattered.
No, yeah.
Because it's just like a glimpse into the lives there. I felt like we got a decent enough catch up for what we did see. It gets a low rate. It still has a low 3 from me. Because you can't just watch the first and the last, and that's what makes a good TV show is when you can watch just the first and the last.
You're really not going to enjoy that last episode at all. So it's just a bad first last.
Yeah. But it gets a 3 from me just because I liked the premise. I was not expecting it to be what it was. I thought it was going to be closer to what you would see on like MTV.
I thought it was going to be like Big Brother style.
Yeah. And it wasn't, so that's why that's why it gets a 3 from me.
It's great. Yeah, if it was Big Brother style, it would have got terrible from you. It would have got a 1.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Dean.
Yes.
Would you watch more?
Definitely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Definitely. This is actually what's about to happen. There's a Winnipeg Jets game on TV, so I am going to start that at 7:00. But I've already discussed with Laura, we are going to watch Terrace House in the intermissions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, people, when I say that I'll watch more of a show, I'm not kidding. Right before we started recording this, I was watching an episode of VR. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I hold my promises. All right. I would definitely watch more of the show, and I will watch more of this show. I don't think Sarah will be into it just because she's more of the MTV type reality show.
And here's the thing. I don't think I can think of anybody who would actually be into it, but I bet when they start watching the show, they'd like it.
I hope so. I
can't actually...
I'll have her watch the first one and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
But yes, I would definitely watch more of Terrace House, boys and girls in the city. I can't believe I just said that.
You did, and you will.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Later.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your glimpse behind the microphones. It was enlightening. Let me put it that way. Hope I never do this again.